Hello everyone, welcome to FISC Financial Studies classes. Today we are going to discuss about reading number 26, study session 11 CFA level 3 curriculum. This session is on LOS number 6 where we are going to discuss about specialist strategies. Specialist strategies are unique strategies where we invest in some niche areas like insurance or we do factor based investing like volatility investing. So let's begin. Now we are talking about specialist strategies. Now this is really something very interesting, hedge fund strategy. Why I'm telling this that this is very interesting one because this is completely different from the other ones. The earlier ones we basically go for equity or a particular asset classes which we already know. These strategies go for some very niche sectors or factors. Factors, I mean factors in an asset class, taking position on that particular factor, just like volatility trading, which we are going to discuss in this strategy, as well as the other thing is sector. So it goes for positions in reinsurance, etc. Now we are going to discuss about reinsurance furthermore in this topic, but that's why I'm calling this is one of the really interesting strategy. This is a niche strategy, and therefore since it is a niche strategy, if you become a hedge fund manager in this kind of strategy, you would be one of a kind. So the first specialist strategy is volatility trading. Now, what is volatility trading? In this trading, we basically take position only on one factor which is called volatility. The use of this strategy is basically we buy a cheaper volatility, undervalued volatility and sell an overvalued volatility. Historically, if we look, Tokyo Exchange has a very high volatility, whereas New York Exchange has a low volatility. So what happens when you go for an implied volatility, we forecast the implied volatility of Tokyo a little lower than what it is going to be, whereas we take implied volatility of New York Exchange a little higher than what it is going to be. That's why it becomes cheaper and it becomes costly. So you short the New York Exchange volatility and you long the Tokyo Exchange volatility. So this is one of the way to take position in it. The other advantage of volatility trading is that it has a negative correlation with the stocks. So due to this negative correlation, it is going to be a very good hedge. That's why we take a volatility position in our portfolio to diversify it further. One of the example of volatility trading index is VIX index, where we trades the futures on volatility. So this is a direct instrument in which we can take position just for the volatility. So now we will look at volatility trading strategy implementation. There are four ways to implement this strategy. One is using exchange traded options on volatility. We take position in the options available in the exchange. Other thing is we can go to OTC options. Means over the counter we go find a counterparty and take positions. The third one is VIX futures, which we already discussed about. In VIX future, you can buy the security, buy the volatility, or you can sell the volatility. If you sell the volatility, you will get a premium. So it is just like a life insurance. In life insurance, you get the premium from the customer to get to buy the risk of his life. So similarly here, you buy the risk by selling the volatility, and therefore you get the premium. The last one is a swap. It could be variance or volatility swap, whatever we want to call it. So these are the four ways. When we talk about the characteristic of this strategy, the basic understanding from these options, this four types of options is that it changes, the characteristic changes with the way the path we chose. If we go for exchange traded options or futures, we basically have high liquidity because these instruments are generally highly liquid. When OTC and swap we go for a low liquidity because these instruments are generally low liquid. Another characteristic of these instruments of swap and OTC options are our counterparty risk which is there in the instrument. The downside for VIX futures is basically, or any option, is that when we take long position in volatility, we have to pay the premium. So these are some of the characteristics The role of it in the portfolio is basically to provide huge diversification, as we have already discussed. It has negative correlation with the equities, and therefore it has a potential to provide diversification in our portfolio. The specialist strategy, the second kind of a specialist strategy is basically based on insurance. So there are two types of insurance strategies taught to us in the curriculum. One is reinsurance, other is life settlements. So initially we will speak about life settlements. In life settlements, what happens is that we assess the life expectancy of a number of people and we go and buy their policy from them. So what happens, a person has completed paying his all premium and now he is waiting for his death to get the return, but somehow he feels that he is not going to die sooner, and therefore this kind of policy is not really helping him in terms. So therefore he feels like he should surrender the policy and get as much amount as the insurance company is paying him back for surrendering the policy. At that point the hedge fund comes and they say, we will pay you more than the amount you are getting by surrendering the policy, and he will be happily give it to the hedge fund. Now hedge fund has already assessed that he is going to die sooner when the person himself was not able to assess it, and therefore the hedge fund is now getting the rights to get all the returns which the person would have got if he won't have sold the insurance policy. So what hedge funds do, they do this policy for a number of people so that the risk is get distributed. So if not everyone but at least a significant number dies by the time they are expecting, they will get a return. So this is basically seems awkward that you are just trying to buy, betting on someone's death, but this is a strategy. The other one is catastrophic reinsurance. So catastrophic reinsurance is basically we are going to every insurance company and reinsuring them for any catastrophic insurance they have sold to the customers. So what is the benefit of hedge fund? They generally globally hedge. This is strategy. So globally hedge means like if a catastrophe comes in a particular country, say India or Australia or US, so that insurance company would have become bankrupt if that comes under the area which it has covered, whole US or maybe like Texas or a particular city. So then that company would have been bankrupt. But what this hedge fund does is they insure that company itself. So in this case, the hedge fund is getting advantage because they have not only clients in the Texas, but they have taken the premium from all over the world, and therefore they have more power to pay the premium of this particular region, pay the return to this particular region. So that's why hedge fund strategies do this, so that they can take the advantage of their global presence by globally hedging any catastrophic insurance. So these are the two strategies. I believe these are two very interesting hedge fund strategies among all those we have studied. So this is the end of this topic. Please like, subscribe and share our channel, and also comment to let us know how we can improve. Thank you very much.